Did you know that 80% of Americans are caught up in the chains of debt? That's right. 4 out of every 5 people are shackled by the weight of financial obligations. We're talking about credit cards, student loans, mortgages, car payments, you name it. These shocking figures are more than just numbers on a page. They are a wake-up call, a siren song urging us to rethink our spending habits. Each dollar spent carelessly is a step further into the mire of debt, a step away from the path of financial freedom. The need for financial discipline has never been more critical. It's about cultivating wealth habits that can steer us clear of the quagmire of debt and set us on a journey towards financial health. Now, imagine a life free from debt. It's possible with a 30-day financial detox. The 30-day financial detox is a journey towards resetting your wealth habits. It's a self-imposed challenge to reevaluate and renew your relationship with money. It's a chance to break free from the shackles of unhealthy spending habits and start building a financial future you can be proud of. Think of this detox as a spring clean for your wallet, a time to dust off old habits, declutter unnecessary expenses, and make room for healthier financial practices. It's not just about saving money, but about gaining understanding and control over where your money goes. We all face financial challenges. Perhaps it's the temptation of impulse purchases, the burden of mounting debt, or the daunting task of growing a savings account. These are common struggles, and they're not easy to overcome alone. That's where the 30-day financial detox comes into play. This detox is a step-by-step guide to tackling these challenges head-on. It's about taking a hard look at your spending habits, setting realistic financial goals, and making a commitment to change. It's about finding the balance between living for today and planning for tomorrow. But don't worry, this detox isn't designed to be a punishment. It's not about depriving yourself, but rather about making more mindful decisions. It's about understanding the value of money and learning to spend it in a way that brings you joy and financial stability. By the end of these 30 days, you'll have a new perspective on money and how to manage it. So, are you ready to reset your wealth habits? Let's dive in. Step 1 in the detox is budgeting. Now, when you hear the term budgeting, you might think of it as a restrictive, joy-killing exercise. But let's flip that perspective. Think of budgeting as a roadmap to your financial freedom, where every dollar serves a purpose. It's the foundation of financial discipline that allows you to control your money, rather than letting it control you. Budgeting starts with understanding your income and expenses. First, calculate your total monthly income. This includes your salary, any side hustles, dividends, or other sources. Now, subtract your fixed expenses. These are your non-negotiables like rent, utilities, and groceries. What's left is your discretionary income, which can be used for entertainment, dining out, shopping, or, ideally, savings and investments. A common pitfall is to underestimate or overlook minor expenses, which can add up over time. That daily latte, for instance, may seem insignificant, but over a month it could be a significant part of your budget. So be thorough and realistic when listing your expenses. Once you've detailed your income and expenses, it's time to set your financial goals. These could be short-term, like saving for a vacation, or long-term, like planning for retirement. Allocate a portion of your discretionary income towards these goals. Remember, every dollar should have a purpose. And here's a pro tip. Make use of budgeting tools and apps. They can automate the process, track your expenses, and even send you alerts when you're nearing your budget limit. But remember, budgeting isn't a one-time thing. It's a continuous process. Review your budget regularly. Adjust it as your life changes. Got a raise? Allocate that extra income towards your financial goals. Had an unexpected expense? Adjust your budget accordingly. Budgeting isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making informed decisions about your money. It's about knowing where your money is going so you can direct it where you want it to go. A well-planned budget is your first step towards financial freedom. So, embrace budgeting. Because when it comes to your financial health, knowledge truly is power. Step 2 requires you to track every penny. Now, this might sound tedious, but it's a fundamental part of the financial detox process. Tracking your expenses is like shining a spotlight on your spending habits. It exposes where your money is going, how it's being spent, and most importantly, where it could be saved. Think of it as a financial diary. Each entry reveals a part of your monetary story, and just like keeping a personal diary, there's no one-size-fits-all method to do this. You can go old school with pen and paper, or you can use the technology at your fingertips. If you're a fan of traditional methods, a simple notebook will do. Write down your daily expenses, categorize them, groceries, rent, utilities, entertainment, and so on. At the end of the month, you'll have a clear picture of where your money goes. On the other hand, if you're tech-savvy, there are several smartphone apps designed to make the process easier. These apps can automatically categorize your expenses, provide visualizations of your spending habits, and even alert you when you're nearing your budget limit. It's like having a personal finance manager in your pocket. But whether you choose paper or pixels, the key is consistency. Make it a habit to record every single expenditure, no matter how small. Those morning lattes and parking meter change can add up surprisingly quickly. And don't forget about your fixed recurring expenses. These are the expenses that you pay on a regular basis, like rent or mortgage, utilities, and subscriptions. They might seem unchangeable, but when you start tracking, you might find areas where you can negotiate or cut back. Tracking your expenses is not about making you feel guilty for every penny spent. It's about awareness and understanding. It's about gaining a clear picture of your financial landscape so you can navigate it more effectively. At the end of the day, remember this: when you know where your money goes, you gain control over it. And with control comes the power to change, to improve, to build wealth. That's the essence of the 30-day financial detox. Step 3 is all about mindful spending. Mindful spending is a concept that is as simple as it sounds, yet deeply transformative. It's about being fully aware of where your money is going and why it's going there. It's not about cutting out all the joy and spontaneity from your life. Rather, it's about making sure that your spending aligns with your values and goals. Let's think of money as a resource, a tool. You wouldn't use a hammer to cut a piece of wood, would you? Similarly, you wouldn't want to use your money in ways that don't serve your goals. Mindful spending is about using your money as the right tool for the right job. So, how do we practice mindful spending? The first step is to differentiate between needs and wants. Needs are the essentials, the non-negotiables: shelter, food, healthcare, and so on. Wants, on the other hand, are desires. They're nice to have, but not necessary for survival or basic comfort. Here's a tip. Before making a purchase, ask yourself, do I need this or do I want this? Then, consider the value it brings to your life. If it's a need, go ahead. If it's a want, think about whether it aligns with your financial goals. Can you afford it without dipping into your savings or adding to your debt? If the answer is yes, and it brings you joy or contributes to your well-being, then by all means, go for it. But if it's just a momentary impulse or a keeping up with the Joneses purchase, it might be worth giving it a pass. Another tip is to practice patience. Give yourself a cooling-off period before making large purchases. This allows time for the initial excitement to fade and for you to evaluate the purchase more objectively. Above all, remember this: you're not depriving yourself by spending mindfully. You're actually empowering yourself. You're taking control of your finances, aligning your spending with your values, and ensuring your money is working for you. Mindful spending ensures your money serves you, not the other way around. Meet John, a successful graduate of the 30-day financial detox. John was once, like many of us, struggling to manage his money, constantly overspending and accumulating debt. His bank account seemed to have a leak, and his savings? Virtually non-existent. But then, John discovered the 30-day financial detox and decided to give it a whirl. John's journey began with an acknowledgement of his unhealthy spending habits. He realized he was spending far more than he earned, and his debts were spiraling out of control. But acknowledging the problem was only the first step. The real challenge was to change these habits. He started with setting up a budget for himself, a roadmap of his income and expenses. He listed down every penny he spent, even the seemingly insignificant ones. This tracking of expenses was a real eye-opener for John. It showed him where his money was going and, more importantly, where he could cut back. Next, John focused on mindful spending. He began questioning every purchase, asking himself if it was a need or a want. This helped him reduce impulsive buying, and he could see his savings starting to grow. But what truly transformed John's financial situation was his commitment to the process. He stuck to his budget, kept tracking his spending, and remained mindful of his purchases. There were days when he slipped up, but he didn't let those minor setbacks deter him. He learned from his mistakes, made necessary adjustments, and kept moving forward. Today, John is debt-free and has a healthy savings account. He's no longer living paycheck to paycheck, and he's even started investing. His financial situation is stable, and he's secured a brighter future for himself, all thanks to the 30-day financial detox. John's story is a testament to the power of this detox. It's not just about managing money, but also about changing habits and mindset. It's a journey of self-discovery, discipline, and ultimately financial freedom. If John could do it, so can you. So, what does a 30-day financial detox promise? It's a question that deserves an answer. Let's take a moment to circle back to the key elements of this transformative process. The financial detox starts with budgeting, a fundamental step that lays the groundwork for your financial health. It's about knowing where your money is going and setting limits where necessary to ensure you're not living beyond your means. Next, we delve into tracking expenses, a practice that will shine a light on your spending habits. By keeping track of every penny, you'll gain a clear picture of your financial reality and identify areas where you can cut back. It's about bringing a level of consciousness to your spending that you may not have had before. Then, we move on to mindful spending, the heart of the detox. This is where you start to make intentional decisions about what you spend your money on. It's not about denying yourself pleasures, but rather about making sure the things you spend your money on truly add value to your life. Now let's talk about the potential benefits. The detox offers more than just a reset of your wealth habits. It has the power to transform your relationship with money. You'll gain control over your finances, reduce debt, and build savings. You'll become more financially resilient, ready to weather any storm that may come your way. But perhaps the most powerful benefit is the sense of freedom that comes with financial health. No longer will you be weighed down by financial stress or uncertainty. You'll have the confidence to make decisions that align with your financial goals and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're on the path to financial security. And remember, the effects of this detox are long-lasting. It's not just about cleaning up your financial act for 30 days. It's about adopting new wealth habits that will serve you well into the future. The 30-day financial detox isn't just a quick fix, it's a lifestyle change. So, are you ready to make that change? Your journey towards financial freedom begins today. We invite you to join the conversation below, share your financial goals, your aspirations. We are here to support and guide you on this journey. Why not explore our other videos packed with personal financial management tips? They're designed to enlighten, inspire, and provide practical advice on a variety of financial topics. Remember, your wealth habits dictate your financial future. Choose wisely.